This video is made for the students of Gujarat board who are going to give the SSC board examination of English subject. In this video, I will be showing you how to solve the entire English question paper from the first question till the last question. So watch this video from the start till the end carefully because I will also discuss some important points in between the paper solution. This video I hope will give value to you and will help you to solve your English paper in the best possible way and you score the best possible marks. Reading the instruction first, which says the first point is write in a clear legible handwriting. Very important point to keep in mind. If you are writing the answers correctly but your handwriting is not understandable clearly by the teacher who is going to correct your paper, then it does not make any sense. You may lose your marks. So from the beginning till the end of the paper, you have to try your best to keep your paper neat and clean and not make it too much messy. Second, this question paper has 5 sections, right? A, B, C, D, E, 5 sections will be there from first question to 57th question. All sections are compulsory to attempt. There will be general options uh, in the questions from which you can select which question you want to attempt, and the numbers on the right side of the question paper will indicate the marks of that question. You have to draw neat diagrams wherever necessary, like there are questions like advertisement writing or poster making where you will need to draw diagrams, so make sure that you draw the diagrams neatly. Always remember that you have to start the new section from new page only, and you have to write the answers in numerical order only, which is written here in the English question paper. That means you have to start from first question, then the second question, then the third question, and so on. You will end the answer sheet by the last question, that is 57th question. Let us now start with section A. So here you see what is the section A is going to start with. So yes, section A will start with a comprehension part where you will be given a paragraph, and this paragraph will be from any unit of your first flight. What you have to do, first read the paragraph carefully once, though you know about the story, but read it once so that you avoid doing mistakes. So the passage says that over many days and months, Valli listened carefully to conversations between her neighbors and people who regularly used the bus, and she also asked a few discreet questions here and there. This way, she picked up various small details about the bus journey. The town was 6 miles away from her village. The fare was 30 paise one way, which is almost nothing at all, she heard one well-dressed man say. But to Valli, who scarcely saw that much money from one month to the next, it seemed a fortune. The trip to the town took 45 minutes. On reaching town, if she stayed in her seat and paid another 30 paise, she could return home on the same bus. This meant that she could take the 1 o'clock afternoon bus, reach the town at 45, and be back home by about 2:45. So yes, don't do the mistake of directly jumping to the question and finding the answer then from the paragraph. Read it once, it will not take much time. Read it carefully, paying attention with full focus, and then go for the questions. The first question is, which of the following statement is not correct? So here, Valli carefully listened to the conversations about the bus. This is correct. The town was 6 miles from Valli's village. Yes, that is also written here. Correct. See, the bus fare of 30 paise for one way was almost nothing at all for Valli. No, this is not correct. This is the answer. This is not correct because it is almost nothing at all. This was spoken by a well-dressed man, which Valli heard. Okay, it was not nothing at all for Valli. So this is the correct answer. Now, how will you write the answer in your answer sheet? So you will start by first of all giving heading that you are starting your section A. So you will give the heading section A, make a box and highlight your section A, and then you can start with writing answer 1. Give the number properly to the answer according to the question you are attempting. Here you will write the option C is the answer, and don't just write option C, also write the complete sentence of option C. So you will write completely that the bus fare of 30 paise for one way was almost nothing at all for Valli. Then let us see the second question. Identify the word taken from the above passage whose meaning is only sometimes. So there is a word in the passage whose meaning is only sometimes. So regularly does not means only sometimes. Regularly means very regular, like every time. Carefully and only sometimes does not match with each other. Discreetly also means carefully. Only sometimes means scarcely. Scarcely means only sometimes. Now this is the correct answer. Now if I see this question from a student point of view, two options are directly going to be eliminated from the options, that is regularly and carefully, because these two words has kind of no relation with only sometimes. Let us say if a student get confused between two options, then how to attempt this type of questions? You have to go back to the paragraph and you have to read where this word discreetly and scarcely are used. By reading that sentence again, you will get the idea what is the correct answer. Like here, discreet is used here. She also asked a few discrete questions here and there. Few discrete questions here and there, only sometimes, not matching here. If we see scarcely, how scarcely is used in the sentence? Valli who scarcely saw that much money from one month to the next. This could mean only sometimes, that Valli saw that much money sometimes only from one month to the next. So this will give you the idea about the correct answer. Even though if you have not read your first flight in so much detail, but you can attempt this kind of question like this and can get the correct answer. Look, this correct answer is directly going to give you 1 marks, or you are going to lose 1 mark. So make sure to attempt the correct answer. So you'll write the answer in the same way as you wrote the first answer. Then after attempting two questions, you are again going to see that there will be reading comprehension for 3 marks, and this will be not in the format of MCQ. Here you have to write short answers in complete sentence format. So again, this is going to be a paragraph from your first flight, any unit. First thing is to read the paragraph one. So the paragraph says, during our childhood in Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion, and guide. He used to come at least twice a day. Once when he set out in the morning on his selling round, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. Why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. The loaves were brought by some Paskin or Bastin, the maid servant of the house. What we longed for were those bread bangles, which we choose carefully. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. So after reading the paragraph once in detail with complete focus, it will be very easy to get the answer from the paragraph. The question is, mention the different names with which the children in Goa identified the baker as. Now look, I have seen students making mistake that what they do is they directly pick up the sentence from the paragraph and just copy it down in the answer sheet. This technique may work sometimes but not every time. It depends on the question and the sentence in the paragraph. Here you have to write the answer in complete sentence form using the sentence from the question. Like here you will write the answer as, the different names with which the children in Goa identified the baker as are friend, companion, and guide. This is how you will write the answer in complete sentence format. Some students also write the answer in this way. Just they will write friend, companion, and guide. No, you don't have to write the answer in this way. Write in complete sentence format. Use the sentence from the question like I did here and write the answer. Next question is, what was the actual reason the children in Goa ran to meet and greet the baker? So the actual reason the children in Goa ran to meet and greet the baker is to eat or is to get the bread bangles and sometimes sweet bread of special make. Okay. Then, to whom is the passage referring to by the name Paskin or Bastin? So in the passage, the name Paskin or Bastin is referred to the maid servant of the author's house. Okay, that is how you will write the answer in complete sentence format. So 2 plus 3, you are going to get 5 marks. Next is going to come fill in the blanks, choosing the correct words given the bracket, write only the answers. So you see there will be brackets in which you will be given options, 5 options, and there will be 5 blanks. So very easy, you just have to fit the correct option in the correct blank. So if you have read the first flight even once, that is going to help you to fill this answer very easily. So as ripe fruits are early in danger of falling, so dash when born are always in danger of death. So what when bonds are always in danger of death? Mortals. So the answer of this question is going to be mortals. Then as all earthen, what can be earthen out of this? As all earthen vessels. As all earthen vessels. So seventh answer as, sorry, this is some error. So look, how will you write the answer in your answer sheet? No need to write the complete paragraph again. Just write down answer number 6, whatever is the answer. Answer number 7, whatever is the answer. Like this. So sixth is this. This is the sixth answer. This is the seventh answer, right? Then 8 is made by the potter and in being dash. So yes, where as all earthen vessels made by potter and in being broken, earthen vessels get broken, so is the life of mortals, both young and adults. Opposite words, both those who are dash and those who are wise, both those who are fools and those who are wise, all fall into the power of death, all are subject to death. So this is how one by one you will try different words, and it will be very easy to at least put 3 words at the right place, and then the remaining 2 words you have to just read again and again the passage if you are getting confused, and put the correct word at the correct place. One correct answer will give you 1 marks, giving you total 5 marks in total. Next is answer the following questions in 5 to 6 sentences each. Each carries 2 marks. Any 3. We have to attempt any 3 out of the 5 total questions. So look, first of all, let me clear this that not every questions in your exam will be coming directly from the questions which are given in the units in the textbook. There will be some questions which will be new questions coming obviously from any unit of first flight related to the story only, but it is not necessary that that question will be the same question which is there in your textbook. So the thing which I am trying to say is that you must know the basic story of every unit uh, of your first flight, because these 5 questions are again going to be from your first flight book. If you know the basic story, be open to write your own answer based on the data which you have in your head. Okay, like example, I will show you how to write the answer of one question. Let us say this question we are attempting. Describe the game invented by Mitchell the author with the ping pong ball. So what mistakes you have to avoid? I have seen students, what they do is they write answer of around 5 to 6 lines correctly, but they don't put any kind of punctuation mark in their answer. No full stop, no comma, no exclamation mark, no question mark if required, nothing. Just words full of just 5 to 6 lines full of words. In English it is very essential, especially in English, to use the punctuation mark, right? So use that wherever required. So for example, this answer we will write that Mitchell the author invented a very unique game with the help of ping pong ball, full stop. Okay. um, the there was one suitcase of the author which was damaged while traveling, and as a result, whenever that suitcase was placed wherever, it used to remain in a sloping position. Mitchell used to take the ping pong ball and keep the ball at the higher end and let it roll down to the lower end. When the ball used to roll down, Otter used to go to the lower end and used to catch that ball. Full stop. This is how Mitchell invented the game using the ping pong ball. So based on the data, based on the story which I know, I made this answer. Similarly, uh, if you know the um, basic story about the question, you can attempt the answer. First, you have to make sure that which three questions you are going to attempt from the five. Which three's answer you know the best. Start with that and write down three answers. Now, if you ask me that are there any specific units to which you should give the first priority, my answer will be yes. There are some units whose questions I have felt are most often asked in the examination. These are unit number 1, A Letter to God. Unit number 3, Two Stories About Flying, both part 1, part 2. Unit number 4, From the Diary of Anne Frank. Unit number 6, Mitchell the Author. And unit number 7, that is Madam Rides the Bus. Don't miss the question answers revision of these 5 units. Do the other four units too, but first complete this first 5 chapters. Okay, first complete this 5 chapters and then the other 2 you have to do. All right. Now, after attempting any 3 question from this 5, the next thing is going to be section B. And as we read in the instruction already that we have to start new section from new page. So in on the new page, you will give the heading section B in a box. The first question is going to be a poem comprehension, where you will be given a stanza of any poem from your first flight, and you have to attempt 3 questions here. This is the poem which is How to Tell Wild Animals. The best stanza says that though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus. The crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyena come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So again, you have to attempt this question by writing the answer in complete sentence format. So for this question, we will write that the question is, according to the poet, who might find it difficult to distinguish between the beasts of prey? So we'll use the sentence from the question that according to the poet, a novice person might find it difficult to distinguish between beasts of prey. This will be the answer. Next question. What would a hyena naturally do if it comes before you? So if it comes before you means before us. So we'll write the answer in that way only. If a hyena comes before me, naturally it will give merry smiles. Okay. So hyena comes with merry smiles. So it will give a merry smiles. Find the correct word in the passage which people do when they are sad. So in the passage here, in the last line it is written that, not passage, sorry, in the stanza, in the last line it is written that if they weep, they are crocodiles. So Weeping is what generally humans do when they are sad. So we'll write here the correct word in the passage which people do when they are sad is to weep. Okay, so this is the answer. Next is going to be figure of speech. You will get two figure of speech again from any poem of first flight. The lines will be taken and you have to give answer from the options A, B, C, D. I hold with those who favor fire. So is it antithesis? Is it alliteration, apostrophe, or anastrophe? Look, there are certain figures of speech which are most often used in your class 10 syllabus. You must know the definition of each figure of speech. You must remember it with the help of examples so that you will be able to solve it. Okay, I will try uploading a PDF of important figure of speech in the description of this video so that you can uh, download it and you can revise it uh, for your exam. So here the figure of speech which is used is alliteration, because in favor and in fire the word F is starting with it is starting with the letter F, so this is alliteration. Next is and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Uh, Here it is antithesis. Antithesis because opposite words are used. Words which have opposite meanings are used like top and underneath. Also spikes and scales. These two also have opposite characteristics. Hence the figure of speech here used is antithesis. Again, you are going to have question answers, 5 to 6 sentences each you have to write, any three. These are going to be from poem of your first flight, uh, any three you have to attempt. So let us take this question number 24, which is where would the tiger be and what would he be doing if he is not in the zoo? This is not 300, it is a mistake here, it is zoo. So we will write the answer here that uh, if the tiger is not in the zoo, then the tiger will be in the jungle lurking in the shadow of long grasses, waiting for the plump deer to come at the pond to drink water, so that when they come, he can attack on them. He he would also be roaming at the border of the jungle or at the boundary of the jungle near the village, snarling and terrifying the villagers. Okay, so top four poems whose questions are most often asked in the examination till now are poem number 3, A Tiger in the Zoo, poem number 5, that is the ball poem, poem number 6, Amanda, and poem number 9, The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Give first priority to this 4 poem, then do the other poems too. Don't miss them, but start with this 4 first. Then after finishing this, you are going to have again a comprehension reading part. This passage is going to come from your supplementary reading book. That is the footprint without fit, any unit from that. So again, read it quietly, carefully, and then attempt the 3 questions. She learned the odious work of a kitchen. She washed the dishes. She washed the soiled linen, their clothes and dishcloths, which she hung on the line to dry. She took down the refuse to the street each morning and brought up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath. And clothed like a woman of the people, she went to the grocers, the butchers, and the fruiterers with her basket on her arm, shopping, haggling to the last sou of her miserable money. The question is mention the task the woman in the passage does for which she needs to go out of her house. So the tasks the woman in the passage does for which she needs to go out of her house are, this is all household work, are to fetch water, to buy day supplies from the grocery shop, the butcher shop, to, to buy day supply from the grocery, the butcher, and the fruit shop. That's it. These are the tasks which the woman is doing in the passage for which she has to go out. So this will be the answer. Next question. Find and write the phrase in the passage which means like an ordinary person. So in this passage, there is a phrase used whose meaning is like an ordinary person, and that phrase is here, uh, clothed like clothed like a woman of the people. So we will write the answer that the phrase in the passage which means like an ordinary person is in single inverted comma clothed like a woman of the people. Then identify the name of the woman that Guy de Maupassant has described in the passage about. So this Guy de Maupassant is the author of this unit, which is called as the necklace. So the name of the woman here is, you must know the basic story. So as per the story, the name of that lady is Matilda. So we'll write here the name of the woman that Guy de Maupassant has described in the passage above is Matilda. You can write Matilda or Matilda Loisel. Then read the passage and answer the question. Again, you will be given comprehension. Just read, find out the answer, and write down. 3 marks here and 2 marks here. Again, this paragraph is going to be from any unit of your first flight book. It says that um, I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal some, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. The question 29 says this passage is about the benefits of education. Which benefits of education come to the mind of the young thief? So we'll write the benefits of education that come to the mind of the young thief is to be a really big man, a clever and a respected man. Okay, the benefits of education comes to the mind of the young thief is to be a really big man, clever and respected man. Or you can write the benefits of education come to the mind of the young thief is to become clever and get respect. What is simple and what is not so simple in the above passage? So what is simple? Simple is to steal and sometimes just as simple to get to be caught. And not so simple is not so simple is to be a really big man, clever and respected man. Okay, so um, it is simple to steal and also to be caught, and it is not so simple to be a really big man, clever and a respected man. Then after finishing this comprehension, you are going to have section C. Start from the new page, giving the heading section C in the box, and here you will have a rectification of error. In rectification of error, you have to write the answer in this format, like say it is starting from 31st question. So after giving the heading section C, you will start by answer 31. First you will make two columns here, one for the error and other for the correction. Okay, so this is going to be for how many marks? This is going to be for 4 marks. 1 marks for each correction and error finding. So you have to read the line carefully. Again, if you have read first flight uh, with detail, paying attention, it is going to be easy to solve rectification of error too. Read the line quietly, paying attention, and you will get the error. It can be a spelling error, it can be a complete word error. So let us see question 31. And all the morning, very simple here it is, morning, the spelling of morning is incorrect. So here in the answer part you will write in error the incorrect spelling which is given in the line morning, and you will write the correct spelling here morning. Okay, so this is for half marks and this is for half marks, and as a result you get 1 marks. Okay, so next is the whole family had walked. Whole family or whole family? So as I have read this unit many times, it is very easy for me to solve. And also if you have not read it, it is not going to be too much difficult because it is going to be very silly mistakes. You just need to focus and read. The whole family had walked about in the big plateau, not in the big plateau but on the big plateau, midway down a opposite cliff, taunting him. Not a opposite cliff, it is a specific cliff about which it is talking. So midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him. So that is how you will spot the error and the correction and write down in your answer sheet. 4 marks you will get from this. After finishing this, you are going to have punctuate the following passage appropriately. 2 marks for this. Look, here the passage is given, and wherever any kind of punctuation mark is going to be put, question numbers are written there. So it's a very clear hint you will be getting by looking at the question number. So let us see here. It is written, do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Here the quotation mark is ending. That means it has to start from somewhere. So it will start from here. Now how will you write the answer of this question? So you will start by in this way. So this is question number 35 to 38. We will write here answer 35 to 38 and rewrite the complete 2 line again with the punctuation mark. For example, here it is starting with do you, and whatever that line is saying, do you know that over 80 crore of cups of tea are drunk every day, same to same with the punctuation mark. So 36, here what is going to happen here? So as it was a question here, right, here this is a question asked by Rajveer, so here there will be a question mark. So here you will put a question mark. Here the double inverted comma has closed, and here 37 is here. So what will come at the 37th place? Here it is written Rajveer said, and Rajveer is a name of a person. That means it is a proper noun. So R must be capital. So here you will write Rajveer only in your answer sheet, but it will start with capital R. Rajveer said, that's it, he said. So it's the end of this complete 2 line. So it will end with a full stop. That's it. You will get the 2 marks complete. Then it is fill the blanks with proper articles, conjunction and prepositions. Write only the answers. Again fill in the blanks, 4 marks, 4 options, just 4 blanks. Fill it up and you will get the 4 marks ready for you. I can't bring myself to talk. Death anything. Death ordinary everyday things. Annie Frank is writing this. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that's the problem. That's it. 4 marks are ready. You'll write the answer in the same way as we discussed about how to write the answers of the fill in the blanks previously. Then you are going to have convert the following into indirect form and a form of narration. So here you must know the basics of how to convert the direct speech into indirect speech. There are rules, and let me give you the example what really we do in direct indirect speech. So let us consider a situation. दो पर्सन आपस में बातें कर रहे हैं, ओके, राज एंड आदित्य. राज ने आदित्य से कहा, आज मैं स्कूल नहीं आऊँगा क्योंकि मुझे मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं लग रही है. नाउ हमने ये बात सुनी और हम ये बात किसी और को बताने वाले हैं अब कि ये दोनों के बीच में क्या बातें हुई है. तो हम क्या बोलेंगे? राज ने आदित्य से कहा कि उसकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है और आज वो स्कूल नहीं आएगा. हमने यहाँ पे कुछ वर्ड्स को चेंजेस किया है. राज ने कहा था कि मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है और मैं आज स्कूल नहीं आऊँगा, बट हमने मेरी की जगह क्या बोला? उसकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है और वो आज स्कूल नहीं आएगा. सो ये जो हमने वे यूज़ किया टू tell the message what they had talked, this is called as indirect speech. I hope ये एग्जाम्पल थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आया होगा आपको. मेरी तबीयत ठीक है एंड आई होप कि जो मैं समझा रहा हूँ वो आप तक क्लियर पहुँच रहा है. So that is how we will do the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech now in English. Let us attempt this question and I hope this will get more clarity to you. The question says, I switched on the radio and said, Paris control, Dakota DS088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over. So here we will write, I switched on the radio and said. Said to whom? That is mentioned here. Said to Paris control. So in the answer, I will show you the complete answer, how to write this. Answer 43. So we'll start with I switched on the radio and said on the radio and said to whom? Said to Paris control. What I said? That Dakota DS088 was there. That Dakota DS088 was there. Here changes to this, here changes to there in the indirect speech. Then it is, can you hear me? It's a question asked. So we'll write here DS088 was there and asked if he or she hear me. Look, why we used if here? Because this was such a type of question whose answer is going to be either yes or no. Okay, this type of question like, are you there? Are you coming? Are you understanding? Are you going to score the best marks in English? Yes, right. So this type of question whose answer is either yes or no, if there is in the direct speech, when you convert into indirect speech, you have to use if or whether. Okay, as we have used here the word asked if he or she hear me, we will not take question mark here because asked word is already covering that question mark. So in the indirect speech we will not put a question mark here. And asked if he or she uh, can hear me, if he or she can, will come here, hear me, I am on my way to England. So here we'll continue by writing that and added that I was on my way to England. Then what is there? Over. So over. Just we cannot write over. We have to mention that what it means when I said over. So we will write here. Then I end my message by saying over. So this is how you will convert the direct speech into indirect speech. And yes, here the past form of end will come, that is ended. So then I ended my message by saying over. So after converting the direct speech into indirect speech, the next 5 questions are going to be do as directed, and you have to select the correct option from option A, B, C, and D. Look, here also there are rules which you must know a little bit to first of all to cancel out two options. Two options as I have noticed are very simple to eliminate from the 4 options. You have to struggle a little bit to select the answer from the remaining 2 options. So here you can see I could not see it anywhere. We have to change the voice. There are two types of voice. One is active voice and the other is passive voice. Active voice means subject plus verb plus object, and passive voice means object plus verb plus subject. So here you can see I could not see it anywhere. I means the person who is doing some action, some verb, that is the subject. So here I is the subject. Could not see, to see is, that means the verb, and what I could not see it, that is the object, right? It is the object. So this is the active voice. We have to convert into passive voice. uh, Option A says it could not see anywhere by eye. Completely uh, improper structure it is. It sounds wrong. So this is not the correct answer. B, it could not be seen anywhere by me. This is sounding correct. It could be seen anywhere, sorry, everywhere by me. Look, whenever we are converting the sentence into other form, the meaning should remain same. So here the meaning of the sentence is changing. It could not be seen any everywhere by eye. So when you will read the options, automatically 2 3 options will get eliminated, and the answer will be very clear to you. Here the answer is option B. You will write the answer completely, answer 44, option B, and complete option. Next question is it doesn't matter. Make affirmative. It is a negative sentence and you have to make it positive. So it does matter. It is a positive sentence, but it is changing the meaning of the sentence. It does not matter and it does matter. Opposite meanings. It should be same. It should be making the same meaning in the answer. It hardly matters. Now, hardly is a negative word, but uh, it is it makes the meaning negative. But as directly no negative word is used, like no, neither, cannot, these words are clearly stated as negative words in the sentence. When it is written it hardly matters, this sentence will be considered as affirmative, though the meaning of the sentence is negative. So it hardly matters is the correct answer here of it does not matter. Okay, it hardly matters conveys a negative meaning, but as there is no specific negative word here, this is not going to be considered as a negative sentence. Okay, then it is okay and it matters. It is okay also is kind of affirmative form of it does not matter, but um, grammatically this is not correct. Okay, it matters, changing the meaning. Grammatically it will not be correct. I mean is that um, Matter and okay are very wide words from each other. There is a huge gap. Like um, it's okay, it's not okay, it matters, very used very widely into different context. So as a result, this is not very close by to the answer of this question. It hardly matters is shooting here. Well, in this paper there are many mistakes, so there can be mistakes in the options, but right now from the options given, B is more looking correct than the other options. The 100 dresses were beautiful. Add a question tag. The 100 dresses were beautiful. This sentence is positive. So if a sentence is positive, it will have a negative tag. If the sentence is negative, it will have a positive tag. So the 100 dresses were beautiful. Weren't they? Weren't they? Yes, weren't they? Option C. Question 47. They crossed a cattle bridge and entered Bari tea estate. So here there are two sentences which are joined using the conjunction and, that is, it is a compound sentence. They crossed a cattle bridge and they entered Bari tea estate. In simple sentences, you have to merge these two sentences and minimize it. So the answer is going to be crossing a cattle bridge, they entered Bari tea estate. Okay, these two sentences are combined and the word and is removed here. Crossing a cattle bridge, they entered Bari tea estate. The most fascinating thing of all was the bus. Now here you can see all the four options are having question mark, whereas in the question it was written that make it exclamatory. That means all the four options are wrong here. uh, as per the question, the most fascinating thing of all was the bus. The correct exclamation sentence can be how fascinating the bus was. Section D. Section D, that means new page, give heading. Section D, make it in, write it in a box, highlight it and start the section D. Here you are going to have a unseen comprehension now. This will be any paragraph coming from any book. You might be knowing, you might have read it before, or it can be completely new for you. This will come with option of you can do, you have to do either this prose comprehension unseen, or you have to do poem comprehension, that also is unseen. In most of the cases, what I have noticed is that students find prose comprehension easier than poem comprehension. It is quite complex sometimes to attempt poem comprehension. So you too can first give priority to prose comprehension, read it once and try to decode it and try to answer. If you are not able to understand, if it is too much difficult, you are finding it, then go for the poem comprehension. That is what I will suggest. Otherwise it's up to completely up to you, what you find it, what you find easy. So the paragraph is saying that a warrior killed his master. He repented immediately, but the deed was done, and he knew that if he was caught, he would be put to death. So he ran away. He reached a remote village that was separated from the rest of the world by a mountain. The murderer decided to repent for his sins by single handedly cutting a road through the mountain to connect the village with the rest of the world. The worked from uh, dawn to dusk and in 4 years had made halfway into the mountain. One morning, when he was hard at work in the tunnel, a young man called out to him to come out. He was the son of the man who was murdered. He wanted revenge. I deserve to die, said the former warrior. Kill me by all means, but wait until I have completed this tunnel. So, after reading this, the question says, what did the warrior do? So, the warrior killed his master. That's it. Simple. What did the warrior do? The warrior killed his master. Other than that, he had did so many things later on, but we don't have to write that too much things what he did. He went and he started um, making the tunnel and connect the village and that what it was, village and the rest of the world. No. The warrior killed his master. How did the warrior repent? The warrior repent. The warrior repented by um, by single-handedly cutting a road through the mountain to connect the village with the rest of the world. Question 51. Who was the young man? The young man was the son of the master who was murdered. Give the word that is opposite to the word dawn. So here as it is written, the dawn to dusk. Dawn means early morning before sunrise. Dusk means after sunset. So these two are opposite words. So the word that is opposite to the word dawn is dusk. Let's say if you attempted the poem comprehension. So let us discuss this too. Uh, Dolphin, dolphin, wild and free, ballad dancer of the sea. From an ocean filled with fish, you can dance whenever you wish. Why then do you come near land to make a moily from my hand? Do you come for conversation? Do you like the touch sensation? Do you come to say release? My brethren, in the name of peace, watch how I can leap and play, swimming many miles a day. Question. Who is the ballet dancer of the sea? The dolphin is the ballet dancer of the sea. What is the ocean filled with? The ocean is filled with fishes. Provide the rhyme scheme of the last four lines. Last four lines, here are the last four lines. We have to provide the rhyming scheme. So, what is the rhyming word here? Release and this piece are rhyming with each other. So let us say if we write A for release and then we'll write A for peace also because they have the same rhyming scheme. Then play is a new word which is not getting rhymed with these two words. So we'll write here B. Play and A are both are rhyming with each other. So the rhyming scheme is A, B. That is how you have to decide the rhyming scheme. Then identify the figure of speech of the line. You can dance wherever you wish. Figure of speech. You can dance wherever you wish. So here wherever and wish are starting with A, so it can be alliteration. Uh, you can dance. This is uh, used for dolphin, and that means a human being's quality is given to dolphin, so that's why it is personification too. So you can write alliteration and personification both. Then will come diary entry. Make a diary entry of your visit to a garden with your friends. So uh, you will be yes, you will be having option between two questions. Either you have to write diary entry or you have to write dialogue dialogue writing. Okay, so it's up to you what you find easy. You must know the concept of both the questions. I feel you must know the basics of both the questions, the format of both the questions, and you have to decide based on the topic given. You must think about that which topic you can think deeply and be creative and can write good thoughts. Based on that, you will choose either to write diary or dialogue. Let us discuss both. Here it is written that make a diary entry of your visit to a garden with your friends. So we'll uh, write here, that is answer 53. Answer 53. So for diary, first we write the date of the diary entry. So let us say it is 25th of February 2025. Just 2 days before the exam, I'm going to garden. Okay, jokes apart. So first we will write the date. The date you have to write in this format: 25th Feb month in words like this. The first three letters, or you can write it in short, and then the year. Then you have to write the day. So it can be any day. You can write. Let us say we are writing Tuesday, and then you have to write the timing of the entry. Generally we do the diary entry in the evening before going to bed, so you can write like, let us say, 8 p.m. and then leave one line, give salutation to your diary, that is, dear diary, because you are going to treat your diary as your friend, and you are going to share all your emotions with the diary. And after writing dear diary, you will start from this paragraph. So be very friendly with the diary. Imagine that you literally went to garden with your friends. Think about what different activities you will do there, and based on all the thoughts which is coming in your head, write down that in your entry. Okay, look, what should be the length of the diary? It should not be too much lengthy. One page completely is enough, starting including all this 25th Feb, Tuesday, 8 p.m., this date, timing, day, dear diary, and end. So one page is more than enough. If you are even completing 70 to 80% of the page, that's enough. But if your handwriting is too big fonts, then to one page will be enough. Don't go more than that. That's more than enough, because you will also need time to write the other writing parts also, because there are many writing things in your English paper. So you may lose the other parts then. So after giving the salutation dear diary, you have to write down the diary in around 3 paragraphs. Okay, introduction, body, and ending it with the conclusion. So things to keep in mind whenever you are doing the writing part is, don't just write the words and fill the paragraphs. Use the punctuation mark. Remind yourself that you have to use punctuation mark wherever it is required. Okay, think about the sentence, write down the sentence, put a full stop. Think about the sentence, write down the sentence, put a full stop. Repeat this again and again, and that will fill your page, and that is how you are going to do your writing part. Okay, so the introduction part will start with what happened today, how you are feeling, uh, uh, how was the day, and so on. Second, like, you can start with, today was such a wonderful day. My friends and I visited a garden which is nearby to our house. It felt like we entered into a new world as we entered into the garden. The garden was filled with different colors of flowers. The birds were singing, and the kids were playing there. So whatever introduction you can write, think about it and write down. Then in the body part, you will write specifically what activities you did in the garden. So you can think about it. Imagine, you have to imagine that literally you went into the garden with your friends, what activities you will do, and just note it down. So let us say that we found a nice comfortable place under the tree. We put the mat there and sat, or you can directly sit on the grass and feel the nature. We had a picnic there, playing uh, sorry, we had a picnic there, eating sandwiches, fruits and cakes. Later on, we shared so many stories and had a good laugh. We clicked so many pictures and made so many memories. um, we didn't realize that uh, uh, h- how the 5 hours or 6 hours passed spending time with each other. And ultimately, it was evening, and we observed a beautiful sunset there, and it was time to come back home. We left the place at around 6 p.m. and came back home by 6:30 p.m. So end now with conclusion that it was a very memorable visit to the garden, and I will wait for the next um, to get together of my with my friends um, to some other new places. Uh, and as it is not mentioned that who you are, what is your name in the question, you can end this diary by writing in the end as X, Y, Z. Okay, that's how you will end a diary. Next question is uh, dialogue, right? You have the option of writing diary or dialogue. So dialogue also it is very easy. You overheard a conversation between two friends about get going to bed early and getting up early. Rephrase their conversation here with at least four dialogues, at least four dialogues from one side. That means total eight dialogues it will make. So first of all, you have to here take two characters who will talk with each other about the topic. Look, you have to focus on what the topic is given, and based on that topic only, you have to make that characters talk with each other. Don't go out of the topic. Also, what mistakes you have to avoid? Don't just waste the dialogues by just greeting each other, just like, "Hi, good morning. How are you? Hey, I am fine. What about you?" Don't just waste the dialogues just greeting each other. You can ask, how are you? But also ask questions related to the topic through to start the conversation between the two characters. Okay, so you can make dialogues around 8 to 10. For example, the two characters are Raj and Ravi. So Raj is starting the dialogue that, "Hey Ravi, you always talk about waking up early. How do you manage? I struggle a lot, but I never succeed." Ravi will say, "It's not easy, man. Um, the first thing you have to work on is your bedtime routine to wake up early." Then, uh, who was talking first? Yes, Raj will now say that, yes, I struggle in this case a lot. I always try to go to bed at 10:30 p.m., but I end up sleeping at 12 a.m. because I get distracted in my phone. Then Ravi will say, yes, that's the main issue that you need to control, sorry, which you need to control. Um, um, uh, Keep your phone at least 30 minutes away from you before going to bed. Read some book which may help you. So this is how you can make them talk and make any story whatever you want to make, but always keep in mind that you have to be around the topic which is given in the question. Don't go out of the box, don't go out of the topic. Maintain 8 to 10 dialogues, and again don't waste dialogues in just greeting and ending with thank you and so on. Thank you and add something, don't just end with thank you. That is what I am saying. So after completing either diary or dialogue, you are going to have advertisement or notice, or you will have poster making. Okay, here in this question there are two options only, advertisement and notice. Let us see how to attempt advertisement. So it is draft an advertisement inviting young and old people to be members of a library that you have set up with an impressive collection of books. So advertisement is made in business industries to get the customers. So you have to imagine that you have opened a library, and you have to make a flyer, or you can say a pamphlet, to be printed or to share it digitally for others to see and to get customers. So keeping that thing in mind, you have to design a advertisement. Now if advertisement is just written material, it will kind of become boring and not many people will read it. So whenever you are doing advertisement of anything, use pictures, because pictures takes the attention of anyone, and it grabs attention, so as a result many people will watch it. So let us try making an advertisement for this question. So as it is a question for the library, we can make books. So in the center we can make books like this. You can use pencil to draw this. Okay, so here my book is ready. Now we have to also think about a name for the library. So we can give the name as the growth point. So we will give the name, let's say the growth point. So um, um, we can take the attention of the viewer by asking a question like, are you looking for a quiet place to grow your knowledge? Question mark. Then join. What join? Join the growth point. Okay. Then on the sides we can write the special features of this library like varieties of books. Think about that. What are required in a library? For example, here it is a library. You can think about as per the question whatever is given, varieties of books, then free Wi-Fi, then comfortable comfortable seats, then newspapers and magazines, then we can write positive environment, then we can write coffee on desk service. You can get coffee in the library. Then you can also get what else you can get in a library? Proper lighting, important. Okay, um, and then uh, we can give a kind of tagline for a business. So like uh, read, grow, grow, and prosper. Then we have to give the address. So for address we can make the symbol of address like this, hmm, something like this we make. Location, address. So address, you have to write any address, short address, not too lengthy. Then contact number. So for contact number you can make the symbol of that call logo and write down the contact number. And all this has to be fit in a box. So in the end you will make a box using your pencil and ruler and cover it. in a box. Okay, so you can attempt advertisement writing like this. So any question is given, think about that business, like here is the library, it can be about gym opening, it can be about grocery shop, it can be about firecracker shop, it can be about um, cosmetic shops, a beauty parlor, saloon, whatever. Think about how my advertisement will take the attention of the viewer, and based on that, take some name of that business, some tagline, address, some pictures. That's it, your advertisement is ready. Next is, if you don't want to do advertisement, you can do notice. So notice is, draft a notice for an online meeting of all the friends in your society to discuss about the distribution of old clothes for the poor and needy. So the topic is, you have to write a notice for an online meeting of all the friends in your society to discuss about the distribution of old clothes for the poor and needy. So notice, let us write notice. So for notice, first of all, you have to write the name of the school. If you are writing a notice for school, here it is not for school. Here we have to write the name of a society. So let us say we can write, let us say Gokul Dam Society. Gokul Dam Society. Mm, what is the name of the place? Goregaon. Goregaon. Not necessary to write Goregaon, but let it be Goregaon. Okay. Then leave one line, give the title, give a heading that it is a notice, and then you have to give the date. So date, let us say this 25th of February 2025. Then leaving one line, you have to write the title. So the title will be based on the question. The question is, an online meeting to discuss about the distribution of old clothes for the poor and needy. So here we'll write an online meeting to discuss about the distribution of old clothes. Discuss about the distribution of old clothes. After giving the title, leave one line and start the paragraph. Okay, so you can start the notice by writing that this notice is to inform. Okay, this notice is to inform that an online meeting is arranged to discuss about the distribution of old clothes for the poor and the needy. uh, uh, your active participation will help to um, make this initiative successful. um, Following are the details about the online meeting. Then you will write down date of meeting, time of meeting, then platform, Google Meet or Zoom, and in bracket you can write down that sorry, the link for the meeting will be shared soon in the WhatsApp group. And after writing the details, you can end the notice by writing that. So let us come forward and um, share the warmth with those who are poor and needy, and make this society a better place. In the end, you have to end it. So as specifically here it was not mentioned that who you are you a secretary or are you a principal or whatever it is not mentioned. You can end it by writing X Y Z again wherever it is not mentioned specifically. Okay, otherwise if it is mentioned, let's say you are Rahul or Raj, so you have to write Rahul or Raj. And then again, notice has to be written in a box. Keep this in mind. Notice and advertisement both. So put it in the box, the complete notice till the uh, last line, wherever it is ending. Okay. Similarly, there will be question of poster making. So poster making is similar to advertisement only, but in poster making you have to use less words and kind of drop picture more. So let us say poster making generally come about society's problem, uh, creating awareness about the problems of society, like save girl child, save water, save electricity, um, um, grow trees, or control population, whatever it is. So related to that, you have to draw picture and you have to think about one important tagline which you will write down, like one slogan which is clearly emphasizing on the topic. Draw a nice picture and write down the title. That is what poster making you have to do. Next will come section E. It will start from new page. The 55th question is going to be report writing, and it will have no option. You have to attempt it compulsory if you want 4 marks. So yes, obviously you want this 4 marks. So in report writing, you have to read the question first, what is written there. On the way to school, you witness a magic show with a big crowd around the performer. Write a report about the event to be put up in your school magazine. So, how to start report? First, start with giving a attractive title, like in newspaper. First of all, what is given? The headings is given, the headlines is given, and that headlines is written in such a way that it takes the attention of the reader, and then that person reads the whole news. So we will start by giving a title like mm, the attention grabber on the street. For example, the attention grabber on the street. Or you can write in simple language too, that magic show on the street. Okay, then you have to write down that report by who has written the report. You can write down your XYZ if it is not given, the name is not given. Then you have to write the uh, name of the place. So name of the place, let's say it is Mumbai, and then you have to write down the name of the, sorry, not the name of, date. You have to write a date. So let's say date is 25th of Feb 2025. Okay, and then you have to start. Now in report writing, no, basically you have to avoid using the words like I, we, your, my, this personal words. This is basically used in diary writing. Here in news, you have to write in such a way that others are going to read it. Okay, so it has to be generalized. Like a, you can start by, first of all, here you will write introduction, then comes the body, and then in the end comes the conclusion, the end. So you can start the report like this, that a huge crowd was gathered on so and so street leading to so and so school. Actually, the crowd was gathered to witness the magic of a magician. The magician was dressed with red coat and a black hat, which took the attention of the crowd very easily. It started with a crowd of 10 people, and within 10 minutes, it was around a huge crowd of 100 people focusing on just one man. This is what the introduction is. Then you can start with the body. The first of all, the magician started with showing some card tricks and uh, some coin tricks, but the huge but the real fun started but the real entertainment started when he um, um, disappeared a coin from his hand and made it reappear from a child's pocket. Or then we can start share other things what a magician can do, like the people were uh, shocked, or the people were surprised when he um pulled out a pigeon from a hat or a rabbit from a hat. All these tricks, different tricks we have to remember and we have to write down for this particular question. And in the end we have to end it with the conclusion that magician is an magic is an art, and it's an art of clear hand movement, uh, which takes the attention of the viewers and keep them entertained. So this is how you have to fill up the page. Next is question number 56, which is write an email to your friend about the benefits of technology and its use in acquiring knowledge. So in email and in letter you are going to get option. The formats are simple for both. You have to choose based on the topic which is given, that about what topic you can write the best. Here the topic is about the benefits of technology and its use in acquiring knowledge. So the format will start with uh, from for email writing. From, you have to write email address. Anything you can write, like um, xyz123 at the rate gmail.com to abc456 at the rate gmail.com. You can also use the name if it is given the question, or if it is not given, then also it's okay to use it, but I prefer to use xyzabc. Okay, that's fine. From to, then leave one line, and you have to give subject. So subject is question. In the question it is written that benefits of technology and its use in acquiring knowledge, that you will write here. And then you start by dear ABC, because here we have written the name ABC. So as I explained you already how to write diary, dialogue, notice, based on the topic, think about and write down. Like here also we will do introduction, so we will start with introduction, what we can write about introduction. So in this topic we can start with in today's time technology plays a very important role in providing knowledge to the students. um, with the growth of mobile phone, with the growth of smartphone usage and internet, it has become very easy for everyone to get knowledge from anywhere. um, then in the body part, explain about specifically how technology plays an important role to increase the knowledge of a person. Like you use the uh, you can write about Google, YouTube, which are platforms through which um, anyone can learn through watching videos and getting notes. Also, you can share the um, advantages of AI, how it plays a very important role, the use of chat GPTs, um, and then you have to end with conclusion. You can end the conclusion by sharing that these are very helpful in increasing the knowledge of a person, but um, every good thing has some drawbacks also. What do you think about it? Let me know your um, points, and let us have a discussion on this. You can end it by this, and your lovingly, and your lovingly, you have to end it as you're writing to your friend, your lovingly XYZ. XYZ. In the same way, you have to write letter to, if you are attempting letter and not email. It is again a letter to your friend thanking him for the surprise gift that he sent you on your birthday. So first it will start with your address. So 56th question, yes. So address, how to write address? So make any address. The simple format to make an address is write down a house number like 24, comma, write down the name of some apartment like Shiv apartment, comma, write down the name of some street like uh, Siddhi Street, write down the name of some main place like Ahmedabad, the Bad, and then uh, write down the pin code. So Ahmedabad, and then pin code is let's say 3XXXXX. Okay, pin code, and then we have to write a date. So date 25th of Feb 2025, and then if it is a formal letter, you have to write to whom you are writing the letter, the name of that person or the position of that person, let's say the editor, uh, his address, his address, office address, okay, and all this. And then you have to write the subject if it is a formal letter, but here it is a informal letter, so it will directly start now from dear friend. So we will start by leaving one line, dear Sham, or anything. Okay, not going in so much detail. I hope the way I have explained till here would have um, uh, gave you the idea about how to think about a topic and write about it. It's all about to be creative. It's all about to think consciously about that particular topic. Imagine yourself uh, in that situation. Keep yourself in that situation and think about what things could happen in that situation, and make the sentence, write the sentence, and it with a full stop. In the same way, now the last question of this paper is essay writing, or you have to do story writing. In essay also there will be two options. Out of the two options you can attempt any one, or if you don't want to attempt essay, you can go for story writing, and there will be no option in story writing. One story's um, points will be given and you have to write that story. So if it is essay writing, what you have selected, it is for 8 marks. Look, here it is written that you have to write the essay in about 200 words. So don't make it too lengthy, or and don't even make it too short. 200 words means it depends on the size of your font. I feel that 2 pages, around 1.5 2 pages, or 2.5 pages if it's too big font, will be enough. Use the points which is given in the bracket to write the essay, to get help in writing the essay. Like regular exercise helps stress management. So first it has to start with about exercise, the first paragraph. So look, whenever you are starting an essay, start with a kick. What I mean by kick is start with a line which will take the attention of the teacher. So let us take this example of regular exercise helps stress management. So we can start this essay by writing, Regular exercise is better than eating tablets to maintain stress. Just one example I gave you to start with, which is a kind of true statement, uh, and a kind of statement which makes you think, really? Is it? Is that much important exercise it? If I will not exercise, then will I have to take tablets to manage my stress? That is what the reader will go through this type of questions. So this was just an example. You can start with this kind of example. Think about it. A uh, what is that word? I am not getting that word. Hook. Create a hook and take the attention of the reader. Okay. So then you start with the paragraph about exercise, and then you write about the benefits. Make another paragraph writing about the benefits of exercise, then how it helps you to keep healthy mind, and how ultimately it leads to no stress. Similarly, here this is an essay where you have to kind of debate about two different ideas, that is reading a story in a book versus watching story in a television. Your first essay was just about one particular topic, that is exercise and its help, how it helps in managing stress, whereas the second essay is about debate. So you have to um use the point reading, use of imagination, vocabulary buildup. So this is all about the benefits of reading, use of imagination, vocabulary buildup. But then paragraph will start about watching a story on television, how it is a passive viewing, explain it, how it influences the mind, and ultimately end it. So the thing is, use the points, think about it, and write down about it. And if you don't want to attempt if you don't want to attempt essay, attempt story. Simple story is given here. Here this is one type of question where it is complete outline of the story is given from the starting to the end. That is, two women approach a king's court, both claim one baby's ownership. The king, unable to decide whether the baby belongs to the first woman or the second, order slicing the baby into two. Real mother ready to give up the baby and save its life. The test reveals the true mother. So from the starting till the end, whatever is going to happen, you know. In between, you have to fill some additional things in the story and make it lengthy, in around same 200 words. So you can give the name of the characters, you can give the name of the village, the area. You can add dialogues in between the stories and manage the length. Don't go out of the story line which is given. Don't make other story. Keep the story as it is, which is given in the points. There can be question in story writing in this way also. Let us say, for example, um, uh, Rita was uh, Rita, a girl of 6 years, was sleeping, and suddenly she woke up, and then dot dot dot. Then what happened? Dot dot dot. That you have to make the story completely. You have to end the story in your own way. Whatever story you want to make, you can make in that particular type of question. Okay, so it can be this type of question, or it can be just starting is given and then dot dot dot. You have to continue the story in however way you want to make it. 8 marks you will get from either essay or this story. And this is how this video ends here. um, I hope that this video has given you some value which will help you to solve your question paper in the examination. If you found this video helpful, don't be selfish, share with your friends also, and let them to score good marks in their exam. Attempt every question and do your best. You will get the best marks. All the best. Thank you.